Faultina, and I'm going to introduce words and its appearance. And there is 79 words in total, and you can see more detail in handout. The first one is that it's an ongoing, relentless effort in creativity. Relentless. And this word has two meanings. The first one is antipathetic. For example, a patient but relevant taskmaster. And the second meaning is continuing in a severe or extreme way. It has the synonym of persistent. And the relevant heat of the desert. The second one is you order 6 of the silk chiffon and toilet dresses in pink, and the dresses just arrived all in charcoal gray. The first word chiffon is a kind of fabric, and it's very thin, almost transparent cloth of silk and nylon. And charcoal is a hard black substance similar to coal, which can be used as fuel or in the form of sticks, as something you draw with. And the third one is a phrase. Phrase is new green. In the movie, it's the first day for senior intern to work, and a step from the talent acquisition says this phrase. Because it means senior intern is the new trend. Because in these days, technology is well developed. Maybe you are in the trend in this second, then in the next second, you might out of date. So I think this phrase is the key in this movie. And it shows us you never know what's going on later. And the second one is, the next one is Mr. Congeniality. He's a very big hit. Congeniality is the quality of being friendly and pleasant. It's a noun, and it has the synonym of outgoing and witty. The next one is I'm good. I'm actually kind of nauseous. So nauseous is a bad feeling like you might vomit. The next one is I thought he was a condescending, sexist, know-it-all, and who did not seem to get what we do at all. Sexist. Condescending is an adjective and negative word. It means treating someone as if you are better or more important than them. And the next one is be there or be square. It's an oral language. It means attend or be at some event and place or be considered uncooperative. The next one is I'm starting to think that Maddie is bipolar. Bipolar is a psychiatric illness equal to manic depression. The next one is Paige learned to say humongous today. Humongous means extremely large. For example, this minor glitch has turned into a humongous problem for the airline. The next one is that is hysterical. Hysterical means extremely funny. And for example, this movie was hysterical, and I couldn't stop laughing. The next one is, I'm sorry. He was in your hamper. Thank you. Hamper is meant to prevent someone doing something easily. For example, the snow hampered my movement. The next one is, I'm sorry. That was rhetorical. Rhetorical describes speech or writing which is intended to seem important or influence people. Okay, the next one is, you know the sycamore on the other side of the building? Sycamore is a kind of tree which can divide it into 5 parts, and these left turn run slowly to the ground when they fall. And the next one is, you might think I'm demented. Demented is an adjective, and it means unable to think or act clearly because you are extremely angry, worried, or excited by something. The next one is one of the last vestiges of the chivalrous jet. The first word vestige is remain. is a still existing small part of or amount of something larger, stronger, or more importantly, that exists in the past but not exist now. And the second word, chivalrous, is to describe a man is a polite, honest, fair, and toward women. The next one is in the routine check by sanitation department. They found one bed bug. Sanitation is the system for taking dirty water and other waste product away from building in order to protect people's health. And the other one is, I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Explanatory is an adjective and it means easily understand from the information already given and not need further explanation. Next one is I'm indebted to you forever. And this word has two meanings. The first meaning is owing. For example, the restaurant is heavily indebted to the bank. And the second meaning is grateful because of help given. The synonym of this word is obliged. For example, we are indebted to her for her help. The next one is I apologize for the tirade. Tirade is a long angry speech expressing strong disapproval. And the next one is humiliating. It's all good. Humiliating is making you feel ashamed or stupid. Humiliating. And the next one is I never went to a Shiva before. Shiva is a kind of god in India. Next one is, well, thanks for escorting me back. Escorting can be noun and verb. And forward, it means to go with someone and show them a place. It has the synonym of accompany and guide. For example, I'm going to escort her home. And for now, for example, the Chris escort total 50 men. The next one, I would like to be a little less devastated, if that is possible. Devastated, it means completely destroyed. For example, Peter was devastated by his wife's death. And the last one is, born again-ish is not what I'm after. It means when someone has a sexual relationship or marriage with only one other person at a time. And that is my part. We have learned a lot.
Okay, now it's my turn. I'm Zhenjun, Josh. And the first one I'll introduce is, because the more I think about this idea, the more tremendous I think it is. Tremendous means two main meanings. One is very great in amount of or level or extremely good. Let me give you some example. They were making a tremendous amount of noise last night. Tremendous, a lot of, yes. Next one is fire away. Fire away is means used to tell someone that you can starting to ask some questions. And the example is, so if anybody has some questions, just fire away. And next, this whole idea was hatched at Joe's kitchen table. Hatched means two meanings. The first one is to cause an act to break in order to allow a young animal. And second one is to come up with some idea. And I think next one, yes. Next one is we're running out of inventory. Inventory means the amount of goods or shops. I think yes. The shop has that goods. And the example is our inventory of used cars is the best in town. So the amount, yes, of goods they And next one is getting evicted. I'm in no rush, but apparently they are. Evicted, it means that to force someone to leave somewhere. And I got an example is he was evicted from the pub because of drunk too much and um, violent behavior. And next one. Okay, I'm sorry. I was fixated on this tissue paper. Fixated means unable to stop thinking about something. And I have an example is back in London, he became fixated with his best friend's daughter. Means he cannot stop thinking about this. And next, why doesn't anybody tuck anything in anymore? Tuck means this motion. Yes. And his explanation is pretty long. I think you know this motion. Okay, I'll explain it to you. And this means to push a loose end of the piece of clothing or material into a particular place or position, especially to make it tidy or comfortable. Yes, just a motion, please. Yes. And I have an example. Is should I tuck my shirt into my trousers? Yes. And next one is swipe from the tag fridge. This is a scene that Rose gives a beer. Yes, and she say is swipe from the tag fridge. Swipe means to steal, and but swipe have another meaning is to hit somebody, hit. Yes, and the example is okay. Swipe my keys. Yes, just the verb. And the next one, hold your horses, maniac. This sentence shows in the scene that a woman who drive the car and almost hit the car, and he said, "Hold your horses, maniac." Maniac means a person who behaves in an uncontrolled way. And next one. Well, I enlisted Becky's help. Enlist to ask for and not worry about to ask for and get help or support from someone. Yes. And I got an example. We've got to enlist some people to help prepare the food. Yes. And next one is I have to get some sleep, kid. I'm pooped. Poop means tired. To be very, very tired. Yes. I got an example is the same from this is I'm pooped. I must go get some sleep. Yes. Means I really want to sleep. Yes. And next one is I get to comb my hair with a fork. Play with gadgets and gizmo plenty. The first one, gadgets. Gadgets means a small device or machine with a particular purpose. And next one, plenty. Plenty means available in large amounts. And this is my my example is if that's not enough, there are shows, films, and amusement plenty. Yes. Next one is our investors just think that a seasoned CEO could take some things off your plate. This is the main plot. Joe's want to find the season CEO and she fight against herself thinking. And season means having a lot of experience of doing something and therefore knowing how to do it well. And I think a season it can be used in a lot of words, like a season someone, a season someone. Yes. I got an example with a season traveler. Yes. Next one is try making the photo grid bigger. Grid means a pattern or structure made from horizontal or vertical lines across each other to form space. Yes. And next one is frozen lasagna. Lasagna means yes, just a fish. Yes, I don't think this this may use it if you go to America. Yes, Italian restaurant. And the explanation is the thin white sweet sheets of pasta or savory food consisting of layers of this combined with cheese, the meats, or vegetables. And this is my former
Hello, my name is Zhang Yongqing. And let's start my part about question and discussion about the movie The Intern. Question number 1. Which scene of the movie impressed you the most? Well, for me, I think the scene when Jules was drunk and showed up outside the bar, she cries on Ben's shoulders. She said she envied Ben so much. She thinks that Ben always do the right thing, but she cannot like Ben. This scene impressed me just because I think that even though the person like Jules, she's very beautiful and successful, but she still needs a shoulder to rely on. And that's question number 2. Will you have the courage to change, such as start a new relationship or take a new job when you are at an old age? Well, for me, I think that the age is not the most important fact I will consider. I think the passion is the most important. Just like Ben said in his video to apply for the internship, he said, I have read once the musicians only retire just because there is no music in them. As a result, I think I have the courage to change even though I am old. And the next question, number 3, I will give for you. Will you forget your spouse if you know he or she cheated with someone? And question number 4 is, what do you think that the director wants to convey to the audience? The question number 3 and number 4, I will let the classmates to chat about these questions. And that's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention.